All right, guys, Thursday. We'll start by grabbing a barbell and then setting it on the ground. Next to it, we'll do some inchworms. We'll do some foot pedals from the downward dog, those little calf raise things. We'll do some, I think what people call a perfect stretch, or I call like a Spider-Man lunge, back and forth. Then we'll get the barbell. We'll do some Kang squats, which is a good morning to a squat to a good morning to stand. Do some single leg RDLs, and then just some regular deadlifts from mid shin, going around watching people's technique. Then we will do a quick sequence of a 30-second L sit and a 30-second handstand hold against the wall, up to a 30-second of each. Switch back and forth, do that for 3 rounds, and we'll be ready to go. All that, I think, can take about 10 minutes, maybe 12. Then 20 minutes on the clock. People will work up. Again, this is going to be an ascending situation, 8 rounds, 3 deficit deadlift. The deficit, I'm thinking, is about a 45-pound plate. A 45-pound plate is good, is a good apparatus to use. The only caveat is we may be using plates as well, or we may be short of plates. We can also use the jerk blocks, that top piece with the smallest one. It might be a little high, but that could work. You could even just use the top piece. That 1.5 inches makes a difference. So a couple people could use that. I'm trying to think of some other things in the gym that we might be able to use as a deficit. But you get the idea. Let's create a deficit somewhere between 3 and 4 inches, ideally. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then Cossack squat, goblet with the kettlebell. Tempo is the key here. It's 6, 8 rounds of them, but 6 isn't a ton in each set, but we're not trying to jack up the weight too high because we want to put the focus on that deadlift, but we are going to get a really good stretch in our groin. So think straight leg, get people's stance real wide on these. Sometimes I see people's stance narrow and it just does not work narrow. So make sure people are wide with their stance and that, they're feeling the stretch. I'm not overly concerned with depth here. I'm more concerned they're just getting a really good stretch on their adductors, which is the inside of the leg. And again, this is an ascending weight. We haven't done deficit deadlifts very often, so as you can, kind of predict, it's really tough to get in a good starting position. So let's have people be conservative today on the weight, and even if normally the 3 would be around 85-90%, but deficit's tougher, and we want to be extra careful. So let's not be afraid to be down in the 65-70 range, but put a real big emphasis on the starting position of trying to get flat, trying to get arched. If someone's just not able to do it, like they're just not even close, let's not have them go deficit. They can try it with like super lightweight, maybe like 40%, but if it's just not going well, it's like, hey, I think today just your deficit is actually flat ground, and have them work harder at getting the arch. And it'll probably have them, engage in such a way that they never have before. So the deficit will be beneficial, even though they might not be doing it. Okay, cool. The workout, very straightforward, 12-minute AMRAP, kind of a classic open style workout. We got 6 burpees. I should have put target burpees because you're already at the bar. So, and even if that bar is not the perfect height for target burpees, just the fact that you got to jump up and touch something just standardizes the burpee, and I like it. It's much cleaner. 6 burpees, 8 toes to bar, and then 10 dumbbell overhead walking lunge steps. So step anyway, forward, backward, walking, whatever you want to do. Just steps, but it's going to be 50-35 single arm overhead. Switch as you wish. You could do all 10 one round and all 10 the next round, 5 and 5 in the same round. Doesn't matter. Just try to keep them similar side to side. Very, very straightforward. You don't actually have to have a very large footprint in this workout, which makes it even more difficult, I would say, to try to keep moving for the 12 minutes. Cool. That's it. Have a great Thursday.